हाय माय नेम इज़ उमर कुरैशी और आज मैं बैठा हूँ एक रिवॉल्वर के साथ और एक रानी के साथ। दोनों मिलके रिवॉल्वर रानी बन जाते हैं। पहले ये क्वीन थी, मालूम नहीं कि बीट दास क्या थे, लेकिन कंगना वाज क्वीन। वेलकम गाइस, वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट रिवॉल्वर एंड रानी। वेलकम। Kangana, you're being called the Khan of heroines. How do you take
that's
that?
sweet. Well, I wouldn't want to be a Khan. I'd just like to be myself. I think in a way, a little disrespectful. Now that you're successful, so why to call you Kangna? Why not call you Khan? Because you're successful.
True, absolutely. Kangana, your personal life is always in the news. You know, it's always a target of speculation. How do you deal with the paparazzi?
Well, it's been a while, and there is no personal news as such from my end. I'd love to really work on that part of my life. So all the guys that are on hold right now, I'd just start to date.
Many.
I'd start dating now.
You start dating. So what you're saying is you're single right now.
Yes, I am.
One star you'd want to kiss on screen.
No, I won't tell you.
One actress you'd want to kiss on screen.
I don't know, but as long as she's 5'8", I'm alright.
So I'll begin with you. How many bullets are you going to fire?
ये जो character है रोहन का, that's what he does. He fires bullets. If you get what I mean.
In real life?
No, I think love bullets is what he fires.
That's a nice term.
हाँ, so he's बहुत ही manipulative, ambitious young लड़का है. He's always used women to get what he wants.
Okay.
That is what he's attempting to do in this film as well. But he falls into a real relationship with.
He always finds the mark.
I think so. I hope so. We're still talking about Rohan, right?
We're talking about bullets. Yeah. Kangana, like Queen has been appreciated across the board. Like everyone, सब बोल रहे हैं कि आपने बहुत ज़बरदस्त काम किया. And I saw the movie and I was like blown away by your performance.
Okay.
और उसके बाद now suddenly Rani, Queen, now you're going to stay in the royal zone only, or what?
This is quite a coincidence, actually. In fact, the next film that I'm doing was meant for Vidya. She was originally doing Durga Rani Singh. That too has Rani in it, which I don't think is just a coincidence.
Wait, tell me a little about your role and about the movie and how did you get this role and like do you see her with a new respect now that after she's got
I've always had a very, very healthy respect for Kangna. I say this to her all the time, but I feel like we have a little bit in common, and that her journey has accomplished something that I hope to accomplish, which is I'm not somebody from the industry, and I'm somebody who every year has had to increase my space in the industry, starting very small and every year bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's, I think, something Kangana's done for 7 years, is every year she's increased her space in the industry. So I think there's a lot to look up to. How I got the role, I got a call out of the blue from Sai Kabir saying, "Hi Veer, this is Sai Kabir, I really like you." So I said, "Okay, what is this?" So he said, "I think you're a very good actor. Please come to the office. Tigmanshu sir wants to talk to you." So went, got narrated the role. Instantly, पहला reaction था कि I don't think I'm your guy, because there seems to be kind of a very filmy, typical way to do this role, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather take a left. ये जो character है, he's very overconfident, very ambitious. He's very filmy. He overacts in the film, but to overact without overacting, to be filmy without playing it filmy, that to me was the challenge. And what's nice was Kabir and Tigmanshu both said that's why we want you in this film, because nobody would expect you to see you in this universe. This, you know, Tigmanshu Dhulia, University of Cinema, and in Chambal, you wouldn't see me in a film like that. So hopefully you'll bring something different to the role.
Tell me, have you think you got your due as an actress in the industry?
Yes, totally. For me, this is my due. Like for me to land a role like Revolver, Queen, you know, I think this is what we strive for as actors. You know, that we continue to keep raising the bar for us and keep increasing our level, you know. For Queen, for me, like I'd always told Anandji, he's under a lot of pressure. I tell him that, you know, after Tanu Manu, Queen for me was a leap, and Revolver after Queen is another leap for me as an actor. And if you don't give me anything more exciting than this, then we'll just eat curry chawal at home. And
so. Does that put pressure on someone like you, Veer, because you have to match up to superlative performances and work with better and better actors?
It absolutely does, and it absolutely keeps you on your toes. I'm fortunate in that I feel like acting is more about listening and reacting than actually talking. So I think I'm also a very improvisational actor.
Yes, you would be.
I have a system with Kabir also and with most of my directors where once you've got what you need, I want one play take. Just to do something stupid and to try something different.
Tell me, what's your character Revolver Rani about? Does she plays with a lot of revolvers in the movie?
Well, my character is very exciting and very important to the film. But before I talk about my character, I'd like to just give you a little sense of the film, how I see it. It's basically a drama, like a ballad of Revolver Rani, where there's a king, kingmaker, stepmom, like a typical Shakespearean tragedy. But it's been captured from a very quirky, funny Quentin Tarantino sort of take. So I'd say that Sai is very nice thing that has happened to our industry. Because these contemporary makers are coming with their very, very fresh approach, which got nothing to do with. So you can't box this film. Like right now, people are seeing the trailer, they aren't understanding, where do we keep this film? It's not even Wasipur. Yeah, it's not even like Jaane Bhi Do Yaaro. What is it? So it is a very different film, which is very new for us, but for world cinema, that sort of cinema is not that new. So Revolver Rani's character is important in the film, but it's not a character-driven film like Queen, where you just sort of going with one character. So she's important, but Mama is equally important, Lover is equally important. She's a bit of a twisted character. She has fetish for revolvers. But for me, it's a very tragic tale of a woman, looking at her past and her present, her future, the man she loves who doesn't reciprocate in the same way, Mama who is just a sort of manipulates her for power, and then she has this whole facade of being a very brutal woman just to cover up her feelings. But for me, what is exciting is that the director and the audiences are making fun of her. They are having a direct communication between them, and for them it's just hilarious. Even her tragedy. So it's a nice take. That's what makes it so special for me.
It's a dark theatrical.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, it's funny, but it's funny for dark reasons. It's very outrageous behavior, but because of very real emotions, because of very real legitimate feelings.
Which is sometimes what happens in real life as well, like you see it happening around you and then you laugh about it later.
Absolutely.
And you see, But you like revolvers, you like guns, you like playing with guns?
Like as a person? No, I'm not actually. I'm not that kind of person. But there are people who collect knives and all, and they have a collection of revolvers. But I really don't find it exciting.
During that kissing scene, it's been in the news. You chewed him up. I mean, he was bleeding, right?
So I'll tell you the truth of actually what happened. It wasn't her fault at all. She did the kissing scene and it was all fine. I was delivering my dialogue so badly my lips started bleeding automatically. That's what happened.
He's got a great sense of humor. Have you seen any of his shows or seen his
Yes, I did, and I think he's terrific. And I feel that it's nice to have someone around who's got genuine sense of humor. Because on the sets also, though we usually had very heavy duty scenes together, but whenever we used to find time, it's nice to have someone with genuine sense of humor.
Also, when they yell action and you're all three of us are doing such horrible things to each other, when they yell cut, it's nice to be sweet to each other.
He's playing a toy boy, right?
Yeah,
And so, what's your opinion on toy boys in real life?
In real life, I think this is a very real character, like Alka, who's in politics, and she has a certain image, people are petrified of her. She's a murderer and she's a bunch, and people look at her in a certain way, and she's killed her own husband. She definitely has no candidates for dating.
How was it preparing for the language, the language you guys have
Yeah.
spoken in the movie? Like, how did you prepare
so
for that?
I think Kangna and Piyush would have had a tougher time with that.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
language is pretty kind of small town and simple,
Right.
but there's not a heavy dialect to
Yeah.
my work, at least in this film.
Yeah.
Both of them have a heavy dialect on their this thing. For me, it was a little bit of deurbanization. Also, for me, it was very physical. The deurbanization, change the way you walk,
Appearance, yeah.
change your hand appearances, change what your head does during a shot, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. But the voice was pretty simple. I think for them it was tougher.
Yeah, for me, like I think was very hard to understand the culture, and when the script was narrated to me, for me it was difficult to relate to this world. Like for a Rani's world, it is not that hard for me to understand where Queen comes from. But for Revolver Rani, like I was shocked to see like we still have these places in India like Chambal where like kids have revolvers and like fully loaded guns and all of that.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, so it actually is happening, you know, in our country right now. So for me, it was a little hard, and in fact, her language is so. This is North India only, Chambal and Gwalior and all of that, but it is so hard to get used to of that hato and you know, and everything is very different than my own
Yeah.
language where I come from.
And even your costumes, like, over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also like works for the
It
movie.
works.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre film,
Yeah.
you know, and that really I think accentuates it
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Did you guys hit it off instantly, or was there some discomfort initially? Like, because both of you come from like slightly different schools of acting, schools of, you know.
Yeah, I think that's also Kabir's this thing. You wouldn't normally see us in a film together. You know,
Yeah.
it wouldn't happen. Also, I think Kabir played it very carefully in terms of the sequence in which he shot the film, with respect to their arc and what happens in their love story. He also didn't let us meet a lot before the film, so that there was a certain uncomfortableness in what we were doing, and we found. So it's more Kabir's orchestration than anything else. Off screen, we're just chilling and laughing. Yeah, I mean that was
Austrian,
fine.
I mean, industry.
Yeah.
During that kissing scene, it's been in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was an
You bit
article.
you chewed him up. I mean, he was bleeding,
See,
right?
I'll tell you the truth of actually what happened. It wasn't her fault at all. She did the kissing scene and it was all fine. I was delivering my dialogue so badly my lips started bleeding automatically. That's what happened.
So you're not giving her the credit for that.
No, so the thing is that in the film, like we, I mean, I think there is some sort of like misunderstanding here. In the film, there is a scene where Alka Singh kisses her toy boy, and just to show the brutality and the passion that this woman has, you know, Kabir has just portrayed it like that you know, the guy's lip is bleeding. So that's in the film.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it didn't actually happen.
Didn't actually happen.
But it's in the film. That's how, it's a scene in the film.
You made a statement apparently that after watching Revolver Rani, nobody's going to marry me. You still stand by that?
Yeah, it's a very I don't know, it's not a likable character as Queen or like most actresses do. Like she's been made to look very ugly, and then she's doing ugly things as well. She's the past that she carries, like she's a murderer, she has 45 murder, and it's not that she's killing bad people, she's killing everyone around, you know. So she's not a likable character at all.
I don't think any of them are, to be honest, in this film. I think that's one thing that really appealed to me in this film, is that there are no innocent people in this film at all.
Yeah.
You know, everybody gets what they deserve in this film.
Kangana, you're being called the Khan of heroines. How do you take
That's
that?
sweet. Well, I wouldn't want to be a Khan. I'd just like to be myself, because it is. It's, I think, in a way a little disrespectful. Now that you're successful, so why to call you Kangna? Why not call you Khan? Because you're successful.
True, absolutely.
So, you know, I would just love to keep my name.
Yeah, it's
Not take.
Kangana, your personal life is always in the news. You know, it's always a target of speculation. How do you deal with the paparazzi?
Well, it's been a while, and there is no personal news as such from my end. I'd love to really work on that part of my life, because I've been so involved in my characters and the things that I've been working on, and it's just literally taken all my time. So all the guys that are on hold right now, I'd just start to date.
Many.
I'd start dating now.
You'll start dating. So what you're saying is you're single right now.
Yes, I am.
You are, right. And you're single?
I'm in a relationship. I'm not married.
Okay.
But I'm happy in a normal non-Bollywood relationship.
Marriage according to you is?
Marriage, according to me, is comfortable silences that say a lot about how strong you are.
Lovely. Guys, to wrap up, I'm going to ask you a rapid fire.
Sure.
Yeah, quickly. According to you, love is?
Healthy?
One star you would want to kiss on screen.
No, I won't tell you.
On a desert island, who would you take as your companion?
As my companion, Ben Affleck.
One thing you cannot tolerate in a relationship.
Lies.
Your role model.
My role model, like, I don't have any role model, but I really turn to Swami Vivekananda's books for some sort of guidance.
Nice. One thing you would change if you were in politics.
There's so much to change.
One actress you admire most in recent times.
Sridevi.
Thank you, Kangana. Now, Veer, your turn.
Oh God.
Yeah, one thing you can't live without.
One thing I can't live without, the sound of laughter.
Marriage, according to you, is?
Marriage, according to me, is comfortable silences that say a lot about how strong you are.
Lovely. One actress you'd want to kiss on screen?
I don't know, but as long as she's 5'8", I'm all right.
One person you would attribute your career to?
Video library, guys. I'll explain this. The reason I'm in films today is because when I decided I wanted to be in films, I cut a stand-up comedy DVD. And I went to every video library in Bombay and I gave them 10 free copies. I said, rent this out to whoever you like. You make money. That DVD went to Aditya Chopra's office and Amir Khan Productions. And that's how I got into films.
Fantastic.
So, Bombay Video Libraries.
That's great marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-marketing. And what would you change in politics if you could?
I would want politicians to prove themselves as human beings instead of just economists and sociologists. As family members, as fathers, as husbands.
Yeah, so guys, looking forward to these bullets coming our way. Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to rock.
Thank you.
As always. Thank you, Veer. Thank you, Kangana.